Good morning. I'm meteorologist Kevin Smith here at the National Weather Service in Pocatello with a very cold edition of your weather hazard briefing. This is for Tuesday, February 22nd, 2022. So first, let's actually touch on snowfall real quick this morning. We do continue to have unsettled conditions in place across the region, courtesy of a trough of low pressure that's going to take its time getting out of here. It's going to be with us for the next couple of days, particularly today. Some snow shower activity lingering as well into Wednesday for some portions of the area. So you may be waking up to some snow, or at least some recent snowfall this morning, including across much of the Snake Plain. We're expecting an additional dusting to about 1 inch of snow this morning, and that's generally going to be from the Snake Plain corridor eastward into the highlands, also up toward Island Park and Driggs. So not looking at a lot of snow, but with very cold temperatures in place. Do be careful of some slick roadways if you're heading out for work, your commute, or recreation or travel this morning. Our focus is going to shift a little further south as we go into tonight, so additional dusting to 1 inch possible down across the southern highlands tonight into tomorrow morning, shifting into the southern and eastern highlands, perhaps the Bear Lake area as well as we get into Wednesday, as this system continues to kind of linger over the region. So again, relatively light amounts, but do be cognizant of a few slick spots out there on the roadways. Now, for the bigger story, very cold temperatures and brisk winds out there. Frigid air is pouring down the Snake Plain this morning on northerly winds. We've seen wind gusts on the order of 30 to 50 miles per hour in a few spots this morning, particularly to the north and west of Idaho Falls, heading up toward Monida. Wind chills generally are coming in at about 10 to 35 below zero this morning. Again, particularly north of Craters of the Moon, north of Idaho Falls. We're a little bit better as you get south of about that line, but very cold out there for a good chunk of the region. We'll do a little bit worse as we go into Wednesday morning. One reason for that, a little bit better clearing of that sky cover, allowing for temperatures to plummet even colder than what we're seeing out there this morning, supporting wind chill values on the order of about 15 to 40 below zero as you wake up Wednesday morning. So we'll show you all these readings. We'll show you the warnings that are in place here just a moment, as the cold temperatures and wind chills are our biggest weather hazard here over the next few days. Breaking it all down by day and geographic area, lots of color coding going on here. This is all driven by cold. Again, nowhere are we expecting significant snow accumulations, although again, a few slick spots on the roadways certainly possible out there. But those very cold wind chills and very cold temperatures are going to be the main concern out there. So for northern portions, upper portions of the Snake Plain, you are coated with major impacts here from today into tomorrow, and then tapering off just a little bit as we go into Thursday, Friday with moderating temperatures. Also down into portions of the eastern, particularly northeastern highlands up toward Island Park, up into the Lost River area as well. This is where the coldest readings and coldest wind chills will be in place. You can see generally today, a few snow showers lingering with the system that's currently in place, and we'll slowly get that out of here tomorrow. A few lingering snow showers here in portions of the southeast highlands and Bear Lake. We do have another disturbance, whole fresh disturbance coming down over the region on Thursday. So you can see another round of snow showers here possible across the region, generally light accumulations again with this, and we'll be showing you numbers by tomorrow with that system. Again, leaning on the low end there. Continued cold conditions, although just starting to moderate a few degrees. We'll lose a little bit of the oomph out of that wind as we go into Thursday and Friday. And finally, back to more typical conditions for winter across Idaho for this time of year as we get into the weekend. Very colorful watch, warning, and advisory map this morning. There's a lot going on here. The purple and pink shading is all winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings, largely tied to some snowfall out there. But as we come a little closer to home and we get into the greenish-bluish shadings here, this is where we have wind chill issues. So up across the upper Snake Highlands, the Big Lost Valley, Little Lost Valley, into the upper Snake Plain and Teton Valley, wind chill warnings in effect, both for this morning and for Wednesday morning across that that region. Now, Wednesday, we told you colder temperatures, a little bit better clearing, perhaps even colder wind chills out there. For that reason, we do have this greenish shading here from the Pocatello and Blackfoot areas west into the eastern Magic Valley. That is a wind chill watch. A little bit lower certainty as far as how low the wind chills will go down across that region, but we do have that watch out there as we monitor forecast trends. Satellite this morning showing a fair amount of cloud cover. We actually have a couple disturbances embedded in all this mess. One of them is pushing right across our forecast area eastward toward Wyoming this morning, and that helped to enhance some of our snowfall that we saw overnight. A little bit of a spin also noted out here just to the west of the Boise area. We have another surface low that's dropping to the south as part of this overall trough. Again, just unsettled conditions with snow showers is going to be the theme here for another day to 2 days before we get this system out of here. But new snowfall amounts still generally light. This is total snowfall we're expecting over the next 2 to 3 days as we finally get this system out of the area. You can see generally a dusting to an inch across pretty much all of southeast Idaho. A few of the higher elevations perhaps seeing 1 to 2 inches out of this activity, and we're talking the Tetons down into the Big Holes as well, a few other higher terrain locales. So just enough to maybe create some slick spots out there on the road. So again, keep your guard up, monitor conditions, keep an eye on Idaho 511 for those road conditions, but cold. It's going to be the bigger deal out there. Look at these wind gusts that we've seen this morning, particularly as you go north of Idaho Falls. A few places gusting 40 to 50 miles an hour on these northerly winds, really driving that cold air into the region and really making it feel much colder than air temperatures are portraying out there. This graphic shows actual low temperatures here on the left. These are actual air temperature readings on this leftmost graphic, dropping into the teens across the south, but below zero as you get to the northern half of the forecast area. And then over here on the right, wind chills. Once you factor in those strong northerly winds, readings getting down anywhere from about 10 below zero as you get up toward Rexburg, Idaho Falls, out to the INL, to as low as 35 below zero up here near Monida and just to the north of Island Park up toward the Henry's Lake area. Again, this northern area covered by that wind chill warning. High temperatures this afternoon only recovering into the single digits as you get up north here toward the Montana border, but generally teens and a few low 20s down across the rest of the region, but certainly noticeably colder than what we've seen over the past few days. Wind gusts tomorrow morning, very similar, just a touch lower perhaps, but you can see very gusty conditions over 35 miles per hour once again, spilling out of the valleys here, up here out of Lemhi County, also coming over the divide up near Monida, Spencer, and Du Bois, and surging down the Snake Plain, widespread gusts 20 to 35 miles per hour, and that's going to support an even colder morning when you factor in less cloud cover. Here on the left, low temperatures dropping into the single digits to well below zero as you get up to the north of Idaho Falls, to the north of Sun Valley, 21 below our current forecast in the Stanley area, 15 below in Island Park. Again, these are actual air temperatures Wednesday morning. And over here on the right, factor in those winds and wind chills plummeting to 15 to 40 below zero. Again, particularly north of Idaho Falls, north of Craters of the Moon, but you can see readings below zero as well further south, even into places like Pocatello, Minidoka, and Shoshone. Again, for Wednesday morning, probably the coldest morning we're going to have out there here over the next few days. High temperatures on Wednesday, again, only recovering into the teens and a few low 20s. Low temperatures and wind chills, cold but slightly better, just slightly better as we get into Thursday morning, particularly as the winds back off just a little bit. We'll have just a touch more cloud cover out there. And then as we go into Thursday afternoon, again, cold day, temperatures generally in the teens to low 20s. Finally, Friday morning, we recover just a couple more degrees. You can still see some wind chills here on the rightmost graphic, though, dropping to 10 to 20 below zero, particularly as you head to the northern half of the forecast area. So not completely out of the woods, but we're going to see a slow moderating trend as we head toward the latter part of the week into the weekend. So a little bit of improvement there. And high temperatures on Friday shown here. So cold weather safety, remember to dress in layers, particularly this morning, particularly Wednesday morning. As you head out there across southeast Idaho, dress in multiple layers, cover all exposed skin, remember the hat and gloves. Try to limit the amount of time you spend outside, particularly during the morning hours when temperature readings and wind chill readings are the coldest. And don't forget about your pets. may not be a good time to have them spend a lot of time outdoors with the readings that we just showed you. So make sure they have a warm and dry place to stay during the day with plenty of food and water available. That's what we're looking at. Very cold few days here, but otherwise watching that warming trend and waiting for our next big storm system here across southeast Idaho. If you have questions, comments, concerns for us, please feel free to reach out. Everybody have a wonderful Tuesday.